Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Cam Jennings coming at you on behalf of EpicConversions.com. That's EpicConversions.com, EpicConversions.com. So check it out. Um, Now, I want to talk to you guys today about why I don't sell more software, why I don't really promote softwares, why when people ask me to promote software, I absolutely just cringe at the idea. Like I do like the largest eye roll imaginable, and I don't even want to review the software. I don't even want to look at it. Why is that? I'll tell you what, man. With software, and look, here's the thing. You can make a lot of, let me just say this first and foremost. You can make a lot of money selling software, okay? Selling software can be very, very lucrative. That's why so many people do it. Um, and now people are selling a lot of AI type products. Also that can be very lucrative. They're mixing the two. Like this is software that does like AI stuff or whatever. And why it's lucrative. Why is it lucrative? And why don't I sell it? Well, first of all, let me just say I'm speaking from experience here. Um, I have sold software plenty of times in the past as an affiliate, especially. And when I sold it, I made a lot of money. All right. I think the most I made on one affiliate promotion was about like 14 or 15,000 bucks, just promoting one piece of software, and it was really good. Uh, so if I do so good making money from it and it's so lucrative, why don't I like doing it? Well, the reason why I don't like doing it, and I will acknowledge it's lucrative. Like I told you, I've made a lot of money from selling it in the past. The reason why I don't like selling it is because I don't feel like people most of the times do a good job of updating their software. They don't support it like they should be, and it ends up equaling like unhappy customers. You know what I mean? People are unhappy. If they bought something like even if it was they bought it like 2 years ago or 3 years ago or whatever, you know, I think that what customers really want is they want you to continue to update the software indefinitely and keep it running, keep it updated, change it for the times, continually to improve upon it, all this stuff. That's what they want. And like, I don't think that's a lot of times what these vendors do in a lot of these locations, especially like Warrior Plus vendors or like JV Zoo vendors. Like, they don't, a lot of them don't keep it updated like they're supposed to. Like they'll put out a new piece of software like every month. And like these softwares are stupid, man. I mean, they do stupid things like oh man, this software is going to finish all your grammar for you so you'll never forget to put a period on a sentence again, you know? This is going to take care of it for you or whatever. Like it's like, man, dude, I don't need a software that like underlines important words or something. Like that's so stupid to me. I don't think it's important or relevant, or I don't think it matters whatsoever. So like to me, the whole thing with software is number one, does it matter? Um, is it something that can help people, really help people? I'm not talking about a software that basically you can find that exact same thing and it's done for free in like five different locations. But now here this thing is trying to do it for an actual like amount of money. It's crazy. It doesn't make sense to me. So I don't want to sell stuff like that. I mean, it's ridiculous. So does the software actually matter? Does it have a point? And if it does, that's cool. But the second thing is like, what is the lifespan of the software? How long are you going to support it before you're going to people need to pay you like a fee or something for you to see? For me, I feel better with when software has like a lifespan. Like it's got a lifespan. This software is going to be good for like a year or 2 years, and then you got to buy an update package to stay updated or whatever. I'd rather it have something like that in place, so that way I know that the vendors are thinking long term. But a lot of times they're not, man. They just put software out and they charge a one-time fee for it. They don't have any intentions on really supporting it past like a couple months or whatever. I mean, it's just like a money grab, you know? And I hate that because I don't think people are in the same frame of mind when they buy a piece of software versus like when they buy an info product. Like when people buy like an information product, they want to get the secret. They want to get in there and figure out what it is. But like when they buy a piece of software, they feel like they're buying a tool. Like they would buy a tool to fix a car or something. Like they're buying a socket set. And when they buy a socket set, you know, when you go to the store and you buy a socket set, you feel like you're going to be able to use that thing for years, you know? Like you buy a socket set and then 5 years later, you're still using that socket set to fix your car. Like that's how I think people look at software, right? But I don't think that's how, you know, vendors view it when it comes to the software they sell. So that I feel like there's a disconnect between the customer and the vendor in most cases. And I don't want to be the affiliate in the middle of that because quite frankly, I side with the customer. I don't side with the vendor because I'm a customer too. And I feel like, you know, software should continue to be supported, you know, and if you're not going to continue to support it, you should make that clear on the sales page that you're going to support it for 1 year. And then, you know, they're going to have to pay for an update or you can't promise any support after 1 year. You know, something. You need to let people know what the lifespan of the software is. I think that's just decency personally. But yeah, for that reason, I don't really promote a lot of softwares. I think when let me move into like the mentality why software is so lucrative. It's lucrative because people are looking for the easy money button. Like they don't want to do things for themselves most times. So because of that, like when you say software, like people get the idea that like, oh, that's going to do it for me. Awesome. That's amazing. They're looking for things that are going to speed up their process. It's the same reason why they love AI, because they're looking for things that are going to speed up their process, make their life easier or whatever. People don't want to learn how to be copywriters, you know? People don't want to learn how to write emails. People don't want to learn how to do this or do that. What they'd rather do is just like buy like a software that does it for them, you know, so they don't have to worry about it, you know. That's what people want. I'm just being honest. That's what people want, and that's why software is so lucrative. You know, what I found to be the best way to sell software is when you connect the dots for people. You know, when you not only show them what it does, but you show them a few ways of how they could use it to really like make something happen, right? Like I remember like I was selling this one piece of software. It was a Kindle book creator. Like this thing created Kindle books. This was a long time ago, guys. This was way before like AI was on the scene. But this thing, it basically like you could create the books right there in the software, and then you could hit the button and it would like spit it out ready to be uploaded to, you know, Amazon, right? So it was cool, you know, showed them how to make that stuff or whatever. But see, I showed them that software, but I fit it into like a method, and I gave them a method for free on YouTube, and I was like, hey, look, man, check this out. You can make these recipe books and make money off of them on YouTube, and like recipes are not copyrightable, so you can like theme them together and create these recipe books really fast. But if you want to really speed up your process and make it even better, this piece of software is what I used to do it, because at that time I was selling recipe books, and basically I showed them the piece of software I was using and how I was putting together these recipe books really easily, and I put a link to the software in the description, and people love that, man. They ate it up. So like what I'm telling you is if you want to sell a piece of software and you trust that software and you believe in it and you feel like it's going to be updated and you feel like the vendors are going to maintain it, the best way you can sell it is to sell it with a method. You don't just show them what it does and expect for them to like connect the dots on their own and understand everything that you understand. That's usually not going to be the case. Usually the people you're selling to, they're a few steps behind you. They're not going to be able to connect the dots. You need to connect the dots for them on what they can use this for, why this matters, why you're selling it, why you're excited about it. That's good affiliate marketing. So anyways, I'm not sitting here telling you not to sell software In fact, I just gave you a way you could sell software and make a lot of money. Um, but what I am telling you is that, like, if you're going to sell software, man, make sure it's getting updated. Make sure the vendors are taking care of it because, again, I really feel like there's a disconnect between customers and vendors when it comes to software. Customers look at software like it's buying like a socket set, you know? They feel like they should be able to use that for 4, 5, 6 years afterwards, you know? It's a tool. I think vendors feel like, they're going to make it, sell it, and then they're going to move on after a while. And that's not a good way to do it, there's a disconnect there, and I lean on the side of the customer. So in most cases, I just move away from it. In fact, the last software that I sold was called Inbox Equalizer, and I partnered up with a couple other guys to sell it. And I was part of the project. I was the vendor. I was in charge of the marketing of it and everything. And it was fine, and we sold it. But like maybe a couple months after that, I told those guys, I said, man, I want out of this Inbox Equalizer thing. Just take me off of this. I don't want to be part of this anymore. I'm done. I don't want to deal with it anymore. And it wasn't because, those guys weren't supporting it and it wasn't being maintained. It wasn't that, because they were. It was being supported and maintained. I just didn't want to be a part of it, man. I just don't like software that much for the reasons I stated. But those same reasons that I stated keep me awake at night. Even though they happen to be supporting it and maintaining it, what happens if they don't? What happens if one day they stop supporting and maintaining it? Like, I just didn't want my name attached to it. Like, I was just like, man, just forget this, man. It was a good piece of software. I really liked it. But, I just didn't want to deal with it. It was just a headache to me. So, anyways, I guess that's it for this one. I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys a little bit more about, like, why I feel the way I do about software. It's very lucrative selling it. But, it has to be updated. It has to be maintained. It's just, I don't know. I guess I'm just not a tech guy. I don't like having to rely on tech guys. I don't trust programmers. I freaking hate most of the programmers I know. Not all of them. Some of them are okay, but like, I don't trust a lot of them. Yeah, I got a weird like disdain for software for some reason. Anyways, look, man, if any of this resonates with you, sign up for my email list. I'm at Cam Jennings, or I'm sorry, I'm at epicconversions.com. Sign up for my email list over there. And if you have any questions for me about software or questions about affiliate marketing or something, just ask in the comment section or send me an email. I can't make any promises that I'll answer them, but I might. Who knows? I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.